What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J Mang back checking in with the people, back with another video. And today we got some more news about the Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal. This deal just keeps unraveling, unfolding as more details come out about where these games are going to be available on future platforms. More specifically, Call of Duty. Now, this has been the talk of the timeline for the past few weeks. If you're on Twitter or even if you're on YouTube, everybody's been concerned and wondering, will PlayStation be missing out on Call of Duty ever since Microsoft bought Activision Blizzard? Now, when this deal first happened, PlayStation did come out and say, look, we expect Microsoft to abide by all the contractual obligations that we have had in the past with Activision so that these Call of Duty games will remain on PlayStation. Then we got a report that Microsoft will obligate the next 3 Call of Duty games to be on PlayStation as well, but everything else after that was up in the air. We wasn't sure about what was going to happen. Well, today we got confirmation from Microsoft themselves that Call of Duty will be remaining on PlayStation even after the contractual obligations that they had with PlayStation. Now, this is big news because when you think about Call of Duty, it is one of the biggest games out, period. It's one of the top sellers of the year, if not the top seller of the year every year, even if it's on a down year. Not a lot of people was excited for Vanguard, yet it still topped the charts in America as the best-selling game of the year. So PlayStation missing out on that game, that would be huge, not only for the business side for PlayStation, where that's probably their most, that's probably the most revenue that they get from a third-party game, period. Maybe Fortnite at this point with the popularity of Fortnite, but Call of Duty is a huge game itself, so they would miss out on all of that money. Not only that, but the people who play on PlayStation would miss out on Call of Duty. A lot of people still like that game, regardless of how we may feel about it. So if Xbox was to get that exclusive, that would definitely be a big deal for Xbox, being that a lot of people who play Call of Duty would eventually go over and copy play Xbox for Call of Duty, or play it on PC, or stuff like that, because where else you gonna play it? You know what I'm saying? Where else you gonna play it? So that would be a huge system seller for Xbox, and they had already confirmed that Call of Duty was going to be day one in Game Pass. So they already had that advantage. Being exclusive was like overkill. But now, since this game is only going to be it's not going to be exclusive, and it will release on PlayStation in the future, it makes things very interesting. So I did want to read the quote from the article where they talked about this game honoring the PlayStation contracts as well as beyond existing agreements in the future. So, from IGN, the article states, Microsoft has confirmed that Call of Duty and other popular Activision Blizzard titles will not just be released on PlayStation to honor existing contracts, but beyond the existing agreement and into the future. So in a piece published to explain how the company will adapt to gain regularity approval for its Activision Blizzard takeover, President Brad Smith addressed concerns that popular games would no longer be available on competing consoles. Quote, to be clear, Microsoft will continue to make Call of Duty and other popular Activision Blizzard titles available on PlayStation through the term of any existing agreement with Activision. And we have committed to Sony that we will also make them available on PlayStation beyond the existing agreement and into the future so that Sony fans can continue to enjoy the games they love. Wow. That is big, because that's it. That says it right there. You can read between the lines a little bit and, come up with the conclusion that maybe they're talking about just Warzone. But I think that those final few sentences, for me at least, solidified that this means everything in terms of Call of Duty. They're not just talking about Call of Duty. They said other popular Activision Blizzard titles. So that includes the games like Overwatch. You know what I'm saying? So for them to mention even that, it's like, okay, they really are going to keep these games on PlayStation moving forward. But that last sentence, when they say, and we have committed to Sony that we will also make them available on PlayStation beyond the existing agreement and into the future so that Sony fans can continue to enjoy the games they love. Well, Sony fans love Call of Duty, not just Warzone. They like the regular game. Some people enjoy the campaign. So for me, that means the whole complete package of Call of Duty will remain on PlayStation. Now, it wasn't just PlayStation that they mentioned. They also talked about Nintendo, where they said we're also interested in taking similar steps to support Nintendo's successful platform. We believe this is the right thing for the industry, for gamers, and for our business. So it's not just PlayStation that they are talking about bringing these Activision Blizzard games to, or continued games to. They're also talking about Nintendo. Now, I'm not sure what even Nintendo games from Activision Blizzard are. I think Overwatch is on the Switch, but you know, the Switch has problems running a lot of games. A lot of third-party companies don't want to put their games over there. So it'll get a few of the Activision Blizzard games, but I don't think we even had a Call of Duty yet on there. So who knows? Maybe in the future that'll happen. They're doing cloud-based games now, so that could be a potential solution for bringing those games to the Nintendo Switch. Or Nintendo, y'all could just make a stronger hardware, you know. That's a pretty simple idea. But anyway, like this, I think this says it all. And it's definitely a major shift in terms of the thought process of these companies buying publishers and keeping these games multi-plat. We see PlayStation doing it with Bungie, and now we're seeing Microsoft do it with Activision Blizzard. So very interesting that they're not going to gatekeep these games. I do think, however, Microsoft was a little bit, not forced, but pressured into making this statement and even taking this route, because there are reports that the FTC will be reviewing this agreement of the deal between Microsoft, Activision, and Blizzard. And actually, I'll read the quote from the article that states, Bloomberg reports that a source pointed to the FTC taking the lead role in investigating the proposed takeover, a job it handles alongside the Justice Department. The role of the review is to determine whether the near $70 billion deal could harm consumers, rivals, and partners. On the same day as Microsoft's deal was announced, the Justice Department and FTC announced plans to rewrite merger guidelines, warning that U.S. industries had become increasingly concentrated. FTC Chair Lena Khan said that such concentration could lead to price rises, and lower wages. So this kind of leans towards the whole conversation about Microsoft becoming a monopoly, or them having such a stronghold on the market that, you know, people will have to go to their platform for things. And we see what happens in things like that. You know, they buy up everything, they keep everything cheap for a while, and then in the future, prices will start rising, things get more expensive. We're seeing it happen with Amazon. We're seeing it happen with Netflix. Like, these prices for subscription services are going up and up and up every year, because they're still losing money on top of they got to be able to afford and pay for all of these new things that they're bringing to the platform. Microsoft spent $70 billion. They're not going to keep Game Pass at the same price forever. Like, they're not going to continue to lose money forever. They can afford it now because they're a couple trillion dollar company, but they don't want to do that forever. That's not the business practice that they want to proceed with. So they eventually want to get some money back. They eventually want these prices to go up. And if they end up buying everything, then prices are going to go up. It makes sense, but I'm not too concerned, especially with things like this happening where they're keeping the games multi-plat. And even if it is the newer IPs that become exclusive, I think the big dogs being multi-plat will still kind of remain the situation, because that'll help ease the tension between them and the FTC, and as well as any other, practice, going against practices of the merger and stuff like that, of them being worried about, anything bad happening. So they're playing nice for now. We'll see what happens, once the deal actually goes through, if they renege on anything, because anything is possible. Anything is possible. They could be playing nice for now. Once they get them under their belt, they could do anything. I still hold true that maybe one day they'll be like, well, we wanted to bring Call of Duty to PlayStation, but they didn't want to put Game Pass on the platform. Therefore, we can't do it. Don't be surprised if something like that happens down the line. But as of right now, I'm rocking with this. As far as it being the case, I think it makes the most sense, because Microsoft still gets the money. Shout out to J Bar. Microsoft still gets the money. They still get the money at the end of the day, wherever you buy the game at. So, and they want to make money at the end of the day. So that's my thoughts on this. Y'all be sure to get in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about this. I feel like I'm on base with my thinkings, or do y'all think this is all smoke and mirrors until the deal goes through? So get in the comment section, rate the video, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new, And I'll catch you on my next one. Peace.